Given the amount of Vivishine on this, the first 3 rows will get wet.
Maybe the rows behind them as well, you know?
Thank you very much.
Speaking of 9/11.
Yes.
Right.
It happened before this movie came out.
This film came out in 2002, which I think prompts the urgent question, where was Austin Powers on 9/11?
In the Pentagon Command Center, going, doesn't that look like a pair of tits?
He's unaccounted for 2 minutes, actually, if you look at the official timeline of where he was.
Yeah, but in many ways, that's true. This is not equipped to be a post 9/11 franchise. It's you can't have Austin Powers in a world that has the global war on terrorism. You know, because imagine deploying him to Afghanistan. Or Iraq. No, absolutely
Terrorism's just not groovy, baby.
not. Deployed in Kabul, minute 1.
Do I make you horny, baby?
Osama bin a naughty boy. Oh.
You know, the most frightening thing about this is I can hear you dialing in your Austin Powers, and it's getting better every live show.
Thank God they didn't make a film.
When they reboot the franchise, I'm going to have to be sorry, guys. We'll all have to be Austin Powers is a great series. We all really enjoyed that.
Well, they keep threatening to do another one, much like Al-Qaeda, and...
They just don't have it in them. They don't have the sauce anymore.
Much like Al-Qaeda. After a years-long process to destabilize and assassinate the leaders of the Austin Powers franchise, starting with Vern Troyer, that's... Oh, fuck off.
It's a shame, but that is how they got him.
He's also just in his affect about only 2/3 as comedic as he was previously. I don't know if something happened to him. Maybe it was 9/11. But
it might have been.
He's just a bit more kind of serious in this film in a way that doesn't quite work.
Also, the later these movies get in time, the worse it gets, because I feel 1997, whatever, it was a different time, right? After Jerry Seinfeld did 9/11 and we all...
Whoa, that's a total change to the mythology.
Sorry. After 9/11...
Do 9/11. He was killed in 9/11
on this one.
After Jerry Seinfeld...
down the great Satan.
Jerry Seinfeld being
crashed that plane, Jerry.
Jerry Seinfeld doing the Mark Wahlberg thing.
What's going on?
Yeah. Jerry Seinfeld doing the Mark Wahlberg thing of, if I'd have been on those planes, it wouldn't have gone down like that because they would have hit the Capitol. But
what's the deal with airline?
You crashed the plane? We crashed the plane, Jerry!
Kramer, what's going on in there?
Coming out of the pilot cabin.
God, if 9/11 stops being funny, this podcast is fucked.
Yeah.
We're going to do a live show in America and die.
It's going to be like Austin Powers in 10 years' time. It is, that's one.
In many ways, 9/11 stopping being funny would be this podcast's 9/11. Okay, so the movie.
Right, so after Jerry Seinfeld did 9/11 and we all became adults, right? And some of us realized...
And then I was born.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of us realized that maybe this 60s shit was pretty dodgy, right? And okay, maybe you didn't know that in the 90s. By 2001, 2002, you couldn't make these kinds of jokes without knowing about that shit. Louis Theroux was going to Jimmy Savile's house to be nonce much? At which point, he goes into the club and Beyonce is on stage performing.
The Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah,
I
actual
reacted
Beyonce.
That fucking reaction gif was just Beyonce? I was what?
Beyonce hits this movie like Seinfeld hit those towers. I was impacted so hard I changed gender.
The thing
joke
about
for the
Beyonce,
night one heads. Nice to give you something.
The thing about Beyonce is she is blonde and American, and so therefore you're put in a compromising position.
Those are the two things.
That's right. The dad gets kidnapped. Austin takes Foxy back to 2002. Does not mention 9/11 happened. like literally, like this is the
That would have been top of my list.
Yeah, it's not the next scene, but like he fucks her. It's implied, like off screen, and then the morning after, he like shows her funny moments on YouTube, which is to be fair, a great seduction technique, right? But like, even so,
doing an edit of this where he's just showing a philosophy tube.